Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Quando Rondo. Now, Quando Rondo seems to have gotten into a little situation at the mall, man. And he's tired of these trolls messing with him. Now, what you guys might not know is Quando Rondo has been in it's like a cold war with Lil Durk and his team, right? I don't want to call it anything more than that because things have seemed to calm down and, it looks like cooler heads are going to prevail because of all the things that went down with King Von losing his life last year. And it seems like Lil Durk is on his path and doing his thing. And it seems like Quando Rondo is on his path and trying to do his thing. He just recently dropped a new single called I-8. He's trying to do it, right? Well, man, people keep messing with him, it seems like, man. They keep trying to draw him back into negativity, and Quando Rondo is trying his best, it seems, to stay up out of it. Even though I don't like his interviews, I don't think his take on things are legitimate most of the time, and most of the public can see through a lot of the stuff that he throws out there and tries to fool everybody or make them feel a certain way. But man, to be real, some of this stuff is overboard and too much trolling. Now, what we're going to talk about today is a clip that just came out of Quando Rondo at the mall, and it looks like he's getting harassed. Now, before we get to these clips, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way and just to level set everybody, man, let's talk about the things that took place last year. So last year, King Von lost his life after getting in an alleged altercation with none other than Quando Rondo. And one of Quando Rondo's close homeboys, Lil Tim, is the alleged shooter and, some would say murderer in this situation. You know what I mean? There's no other way to put it, and I hate to use that word lightly, but those are the facts, and that's not saying that he did it. I'm saying that's what's alleged. Now that we got all that out of the way, ever since then, man, it's been kind of a back and forth between Quando Rondo's camp and Lil Durk's camp. But Lil Durk has kind of been quiet. I'm going to be real, man. It seems like the fans are more active than Lil Durk and OTF and those cats are, man. Now, Lil Durk has done some changes within his own label. He's had a lot going on with the loss of his brother. He's had the loss of other people in the camp. It's just been a lot going on Lil Durk's side. But through all that, he's prevailed. He's actually skyrocketed to the top of hip-hop, man. He's selling out tour dates left and right. They are doing their thing right now, him and Lil Baby, man. Now, Quando Rondo, it's been the opposite. It seems like his career has taken a mega hit since that situation, man. I'm guaranteeing, I don't know for sure, but I'm betting that everybody would take that situation back if they could. And Quando Rondo right now is still feeling the brunt of all that, man. And it looks like somebody was harassing Quando Rondo at the mall, allegedly. Now here, let's look at this clip real quick.
You ain't scrap. You ain't dirty. I said let's go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom and get a one. Let's go to the bathroom and get a one.
Now, in that clip, I can't tell if Quando Rondo is just not paying the dude any mind because dude is no sort of threat and they're joking, or if dude is legitimately coming up to Quando Rondo with the funk, trying to bring it to him, and Quando Rondo's like, nah, man, I don't want the funk right now. I don't want the beef. I don't want no problems because I got stuff to lose. Because as quiet as it's kept, Quando Rondo is still a recording artist in the record business, man. He's still getting money. He's still out there getting streams. So he's got a lot to lose in just a simple altercation with anybody, you know what I mean? So just because somebody runs up to him and asks him for the fair one doesn't mean that he qualifies to give it to him, you know what I mean? Especially if he's not in danger. So, I mean, that's just smart thinking on his behalf. But I can't tell in these day and age sometimes if these clips are real or not. Or if it's something staged so the artist can get some publicity. Because there's been a lot of that going on lately, man. I'm about to tell y'all, man. It's been a lot of stage stuff going on lately where people are just trying to get some publicity. And I can see through it, and then I go and look at my resources and just, really just fact check every sense and possibility in it, and I find out it's fake. This looked like a real situation, but it might have just been him and one of his homeboys joking as opposed to somebody really wanting an issue with him. But I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do you think this is a real deal situation? Do you think that this dude ran up on Quando Rondo and wanted to get the ones and twos with him, the fisticuffs, because of the Lil Durk situation and the King Von situation? Or do you think this might have been some type of thing that he got going on back home? He looked like he was in his sweatpants or whatever, like he just rolled out of the bed. And hopefully, if this was a real deal situation, that nothing took place and, man, everybody's safe, right? Now, also, Quando Rondo was on live and he was talking to the phone and talking to the fans and whatnot, and people were trolling him, man. They were saying, hey, man, watch, look behind you, man. Lil Durk's coming. Like Lil Durk was the boogeyman out here, man. I know fans are invested in this situation, and it is definitely one of the most talked about, beefs in hip-hop right now as far as Quando Rondo's camp, NBA Youngboy, Lil Durk, and all that, right? And, man, there's mumblings that Lil NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk in them's camp, like, everything's about to cool out. But, we'll see how that pans out. That rumor is out there, so we'll check into that sometime later. But there are mumblings of that. Now, with Quando Rondo, man, people keep trolling him and saying, hey, man, Lil Durk's looking for you, and, Lil Durk behind you and stuff like that. So he decided to address it on his last live, man. And in this clip, man, listen to Quando Rondo's response here.
Man, quit saying behind me. They're going to be in the ground. Y'all is tripping with that. I don't know nothing about none of that. He behind. Bah! Get from behind me then. Talking about.
Okay, so as you seen in that clip, man, Quando Rondo was obviously upset at fans going in his comment section, spamming in there, talking about somebody's behind him, man. Now, I get the joke, man. It's kind of funny, but really it's not when you think about the severity of the situation, right? And Quando Rondo has every right to joke back, man, because to be honest, that's the best way to deal with a troll, man. Either ignore him or joke with him back and don't take him seriously, because Quando Rondo still has to, man, make his waves in this rap game. He's still trying to do his thing. He, like I said earlier, he dropped a joint called I8, and I think it was yesterday, and that's probably his newest song in a little while, and it seems like he's trying to get back in the groove of being a rap star. But with all this tension and with all the fan involvement, it seems like it's going to be a hard road for him in the future. Now, Quando Rondo did take a dip. A lot of his fans started to exit, man, once all the video came out and after those interviews. And I like to say this, man. When he did those interviews with Angela Yee, it did not help. I'm not sure if people thought that would help, but for some reason, man, it seemed like, at least from my point of view, like a lot of people looked at those interviews and just, the hate even started to grow more. Like people were really starting to hate on Quando Rondo. Now, I'm not saying he's deserving of all of that, man. And I'm not saying this whole situation is his fault, because obviously he wasn't the gunman in this situation. But to be real, it seems like fans have a way of holding a grudge with certain artists depending on how much they like the other artists or not, man. It is a game about favorites. It is a game about fans and all that. But hopefully, man, we can come to some resolution in this situation where Lil Durk and Quando Rondo can both exist in the rap game together. Now, with that, this has been your boy. Hold up. What do you guys think about this situation? Do you think that people are just picking with Quando Rondo and just trying to get on his nerves by trolling him? Or do you think that people will have a legitimate problem with Quando Rondo because of the interviews and everything after the King Von situation? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.